Hey friends, happy Saturday to you. This is a quick lesson in how to deconstruct a flowish type journal. Now, I put a lot of journals together and I encourage people to take them apart, but I'm realizing that a lot of people really don't want to do that, which is fine. I think you can use a little flow journal as an inspirational piece, or you can use it as a decorative item. They look really pretty, like side by side with their different kinds of spines on them. Or you can use it as a conversation starter. I think that they're super cool, just placed on a coffee table or an end table or something like that for people to pick up and just start a conversation with. And Lord knows, I mean, we need a little more conversation and a little less hostility and stuff in the world now. So I'm going to deconstruct a part of this flow journal. This is my personal flow journal. This is the one that I use when I'm experimenting with different things to put into the flow journals. It's got all of my little experiments in it. I also wanted to show you a new journal that I'm working on, y'all, and I'm learning to use t-shirts as covers for flowish style journals. This is a t-shirt that my guy never wore, and it was just hanging in his closet, and I thought, let's ask him if it would be okay for me to make a journal out of, and he said of course yes. The tags were still on the shirt. So I'm starting to learn to do this, and I think it's a lot of fun, and hopefully when I get this semi-perfected, nothing here is ever perfected. I don't go for perfection, but as soon as I get some techniques down for using t-shirts on these box books, I will be posting a video about that, so maybe you can scout around for some cool t-shirts. All right. I'm going to look through here real quick and just kind of pop through here and see what I have to work with. This is the first signature, and this is the second signature in the book. And of course it just features all kinds of papers and stickers, and I've got some stamps and magazine papers and just all kinds of stuff to play with. But I'm just going to look through and see if I see anything that kind of catches my eye. What my plan is, y'all, is to use an entire signature. And I think what I'm going to do is work with the first signature of the book. First thing I'm going to do, and just think, hey, I'm going out for the day. I might be going to visit somebody, and I may have an appointment, and I may need to spend some time waiting. So instead of playing on my phone, I am going to take a signature out of my flow journal and stick it in my bag or stick it in my purse, and I'm going to play with this instead of wasting time or playing on your phone or whatever. All right, so I've taken the first signature out of my flow journal. For this project, you just don't need very much, y'all. I think the only thing that you'll need is glue, a hole punch, some scissors. Everything else is kind of optional. I did pull out some markers, and I've got a couple white pens in here. Of course, my handy dandy tacky glue, and a few stamps and a stamp pad. You really won't need much. If you want to take your pencil case that has all this stuff in it, then that's super cool too. I also forgot my hole punch. So if we punch holes, I'm just going to wing it because I totally forgot to go upstairs and get that. All right, let's just see what we can come up with here. All right, so we have these fibers to work with, and we have a paper clip. This is one of those little envelopes that I've been making out of painty paper. So we've got that. We've got all this text that we can work with. We've got a piece of washi tape right here. There's a butterfly element, so I'm just going to kind of take that out of there. We've got a butterfly element. Okay, I'm just going to work right here. I'm going to work right here. I have some glossy paper, and I have like one of those Project Life cards right back there. But let's just start right here. Let's just see what we can do. You know, let's place our signature over here and just kind of give this a look. I think this would make some cool ATC cards. So I'm going to grab my ruler and cut these. I think the fun of a flow journal is because you can just do whatever you want to with it. And an ATC is typically 2.5 by 3.5. So I'm going to mark that here. So we're going to do 2.5 and 2.5 right here. And let's just cut those. Again, you know, I'm kind of just winging it as usual. As usual. This is a double-sided paper, so I've got a little bit of that to work with. So I've done my 2.5. Now I need to do my 3.5. Just got in under the mark. And if you don't have 2.5 by 3.5, I stick ATC cards in all of my flow journals. But you know, if you discover you don't have the proper measurements, then just work with what you have. Just have fun, have fun, have fun. All right, so I've got these two things. I've got this butterfly. I kind of like that. That looks good. Let's see. Okay, I can maybe use this as like some outline for some text. And I've got text here, but I also have text in my little signature right here. And I think that this will kind of fit the ATC. Let's go through here and see what we can find. An interesting word. Let's see. Let's do this one. Let's do great friend. Outline that with a little marker. I'm going to cut that out. Sorry, I got a little bit of the jerkies today. Washed my Jeep. Oh, okay, that worked out great. I like the way that's looking already. Okay, alright, let's go ahead and glue this down. You know me, I'm not going to think about it too much. If you think about stuff a whole lot, then it gets super unfun. And I think that spontaneity is wonderful. I think just making that spontaneous decision and not thinking too much about it. I am a big fan of not thinking, which is a really good thing because I really can't think very well anymore. After my big 5'9" birthday. I think that looks super cool. Very much like that. I'm going to kind of offset that great friend text here. Alright, so there we go. And we've already made an ATC card with just the very first pocket of our Flowish journal. I've got a little ink pad here, so I think I'll just hit the edges. Again, this is totally not necessary. You know, as you're waiting on someone, you can, of course, just put together your ATCs, and then you can finish them up at home. It's just kind of cool to have a little bit of art on the go, right? I'm I'm going to add just a little bit of stamping, just to kind of give it a wee bit of dimension. And I chose a stamp like this because it's, you know, it is a bicycle. It's one of those like 1920-ish bicycles, but I like the spokes on it more than I actually like the image. So let's do a little stamping here, a little stamping here. And there we go. All right, cool. Now you've made an ATC card out of the first pocket of the first signature of your flow journal. So that's just an example of one thing that you can make. And I'm going to put this away because I might use it when I'm working on something else. So we've done our ATCs. Let's go back to our signature and let's see what's in here. What else could we play with? I love this flower. I even kind of like it on the background of this card. So I'm going to unpin that. I'm going to use this. I'm going to let these things out and just kind of replace them. I've got another flower here. But I think with this, I'm going to use the flower for the front. And then, let's see what else I had in here. Oh, that would look good. Kind of that monochromatic thing. Yeah, a nice congratulations card. Again, I'm going to use my, congratulations there. Okay, I like this arrangement right here. This would be nice for a wedding gift or graduation gift, that sort of thing. Oh shoot, and two, if you have scissors, you know, if you have these super cool scissors, then you can use those to add some texture to as you're cutting things out too. So that might be another thing. You might want to pop in that pen in your pen case. Right, so got that. It might not be a way to, do I want to do that, or do I want to put it on the inside? I'll do it out here. This flower was made from the inside of envelopes and some scrap paper and a button. Usually I put these elements in my flow journals as well, but not put together. You know, it's fun for you guys to put them together. I think I am going to go around this with some scissors, y'all. I think it might look a little bit better. I don't have like a skinny pair of scissors. So we'll just do this. I need to cut that off. Okay, that looks super nice. We'll do that. And you can see I'm not using double stick tape. If you want to get really, you know, if you want to get super perfect with it, then use some double stick tape. If not, then just have fun like this. Now that is a super cool card. As you're playing with your flow journal, and as you're playing with this signature in a doctor's office, or, you know, if you have to go have tests done, or, you know, if you're waiting at the, you know, at the Department of Motor Vehicles or whatever, you can knock out a quick card and just like no time flat. And I like the way that has turned out. All right, cool. We'll put that up there. Let's see, what else could we make? What else is in here? The way that this is laid out, it would make some cool tabs to go on the end of your pages. So let's pull this out. Oh my gosh, some painty paper. Okay, so a couple of things there. I love to make tabs for my pages, and I think it's a fun thing to do. So we'll trace around this. And I'm going to use this one too. Those are in close proximity, so I'll just use that. Whoops. Now, this is super simple, right? I'm just going to cut this out. Just like that. And make a super neat little tab for our flow journals or journals or art journals or whatever you want. Let's cut the other one out. And we're cutting along the fold, which is okay because at the end of this little project, I'm going to put everything back into my signature and slip it back into my flow journal. All right, those are neat. Oh, now kind of get rid of this. Put this in the stack up here. I've kind of already started a stack of things to repurpose, to put back into my flow journal. And then I've got some small scraps over here. I like the painty paper thing, and then I saw this painty paper that we pulled out, the very first thing that we pulled out, and I really do like that. Let's see, I'm hoping, yeah, there we go. Okay, these are some patterns for a little bird and a little butterfly. I think that would make a super nice use of this painty paper. So we're gonna trace a little bird right here, and then a butterfly on the top, and we'll have some elements to play with. I have to send a shout out to Rosemary Morris. She is the inventor of Flowish style journaling, and she just creates some of the most beautiful things you will ever see in your whole entire life. I'll put a link to her YouTube channel in the description box below. And of course, you know, we all love painty paper because we all love Shannon Green, and Shannon's got some new things going on over at her YouTube station and her Facebook by Shannon Green page too. Gosh, that turned out really pretty. So, I mean, I could use that little bird on this ATC card that I cut out a while ago, but I think we're just gonna keep them like this for right now. And of course, the butterfly. We are all fond of butterflies. And you can use, sometimes I put patterns in my flow journals and sometimes I don't. If you guys want a pattern, all you got to do is say, hey, can you toss me in one of those? When you order a flow journal, you can just say, hey, can you make sure that I have a bird pattern in there? Can you make sure that I have a butterfly pattern? And honestly, y'all, those are the only two patterns that I have. But I'll be happy to toss one in there for you. Just have to ask for it. And there we go. A little butterfly. Alright, so I've got my scraps over here. Of course, these are tiny scraps and we'll turn them into fun things. A lot of times these are the fun scraps to use when we're doing our altered tea tags, altered and beaded tea tags. So we'll put those over here. So we've got a nice stack of stuff that we've already made from just a tiny, tiny little sliver of our flow journal. The next thing I want to make is, you know, I kind of have a hankering to make just an oversized ATC card. And this one says fresh. So I think what I'm going to do is and I'm just pulling out paper again from that signature, and we'll just do something really quick. Sorry, gotta have a drink. I'm drinking cold coffee Sorry, y'all, I got really thirsty. I'm drinking cold coffee. I don't throw my coffee away. I just usually put it in a jar and put it in the fridge and drink it through the day. And I'm a crazy girl. I like black coffee. All right. Now, okay, so we have this flower, and I do like that flower. And we still have painty paper. And we still also have these elements that would make, like, you know, make a kind of a cool stem. All right, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this as a stem, and I'm going to get my textured scissors out. I think these are called pattern scissors. I don't think they're textured scissors. Okay, there we go. Oh, that worked out neat. I even like that color. Kind of funky color there. Let's use these to make some leaves. So we're going to use our painty paper and make some pretty leaves. What do we think? Think one? Will one do it? Yeah, I like that. Alright, let's go ahead and put that down. Now again, you know, it hasn't really been that long, and you've made an oversized ATC, you've made a greeting card, you've made another ATC, you've made a bird, you've made a butterfly. So you see where all this can go, and that is, I mean, that is the fun of a flow journal. It's because it so super stokes your creativity. All right, I really love the way that looks. That is just a sweet little card. I'm kind of thinking about putting that butterfly on here, but I think that that might be a wee too much. Yeah, that's wee too much. All right, so we're going to just keep it like this. Now, let's say we're finished with our weight, and we are ready to kind of put our elements back into our flow signature and then back into our flow journal. So let's take out our signature and let's just start putting things back. We've already cut this. This was what we used to make our congratulations card. So I'm going to cut off that. I'm going to even this up. Use this for scrap. Alright? So we've got these things that we need to put back into our journal, our signature. And we didn't use any paper clips. We didn't use any hairy paper clips this time, so we'll put those back too. I forgot my hole punch, so you can imagine punching a hole right here, and then you know, looping through some fun fibers here as well. All right, so let's kind of put everything away. Let's put this over here. This is your pocket signature again. All right, and I think with this, I'm just gonna just like this. I can go ahead and get out my journal. Sorry, y'all. And here we go. Let's start putting things back together. Slip our first signature in. Always be patient, y'all. I'm going to take this out. Let's slip this right in here. Here we go. Now let's put our, I love the way that turned out. It was just kind of a spur of the moment thing, huh? Alright, so let's do that. We did not use our vintage Christmas card. We didn't use our beautiful genie card. We did not use our paper. We can slide those things back. we still have our text page that we can work with. So let's put that back in there. Okay, this was that congratulations thing, so I can slide that in. Was anything else? Oh, these things can go back in, and this can go in. Put those here. And did you guys see? I mean, we use such a tiny sliver of this signature in this junk journal. I mean, we used absolutely hardly anything, so you can imagine all of the things that you can make with these things. They're just like chock full of fun ideas. I'm going to, let's see, let's redo the front of this, and let's put we can slip our patterns back in here like that, and then let's get a paper clip and just paper clip that down. All right, and we've got this. We've got these small pieces of paper, and I think I'm gonna just stick all my small pieces right back here. We've got our congratulations card that we've made, and we can slip this back in here, or we can just set it to the side. We know that we're going to use that. We've got our ATC that we made, and I'm just going to put her right there. Anything? Oh, we've got our super cool little tabs, and I can go ahead and glue those into the signature. So you deconstructed the signature. You took what was in there, and you kind of took it out, and you made it your own, and now we're just slipping everything back in here. We've got this too. All right. Okay. And there we go, guys. It's not so hard to deconstruct a flow journal. I know that we're kind of nervous about it, and we don't want to destroy it and stuff like that, but they are meant to be played with, and I hope that this has encouraged you to play with your flow journal and have fun with it, and let it be a creative muse for you, and delight in it, and have a fantastic and creative day, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. See you soon. Bye.